prime time to work. Time to get back to work. And I'm going to stop talking to you. Morning. It will be fun to have you at spinning with us, Andreas. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. Hey, Andreas. We've got a lot still to do. How are we going to excommunicate? I need to it's not excommune, is it? It's exhume a body. And I need to check on Lucky as well. Hello, Master Mailer. I like to. Where is Jeanneau? In the chapter house? This bloodstain is awful. It must have been left when the Baron died, but how? So he was killed in here. Is this... No, it's Frank. Hello, Mariblis. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Oh, good boy. Good boy. Is this, Jeanneau? Yeah. Andreas. I trust you are abiding by my command to leave Piero and the rest of the monastics in peace. The monks, right. No, I've been pursuing other leads, as you should be. Maybe. Have you made any progress in finding the Baron's true murderer? I am satisfied I have the Baron's killer well in hand. And if I'm not mistaken, truth is for the Archdeacon to uncover. Not a journeyman artist who is not even a part of this community. There is more at stake here than you understand, Andreas. Given that I am not the Lord, and don't have perfect understanding of all things, of course that's the case. That may be, but I can't in good conscience let an innocent man face death while a murderer runs loose. What is at stake here, exactly? Which is why I've come to you with a request. And I have reason to believe there is something hidden in Brother Gerhard's grave, and I'd like to dig it up. I have reason to believe Prior Frank has hidden something there. No, we're not gonna bring Frank into it. What does this have to do with the death of Baron Rothvergal? I suspect the weapon was used to murder the Baron, may be buried there. Not certain of any connection yet, but I have a hunch. I suspect the weapon was used. Baron Rothvergal was stabbed. We know the murder weapon used to kill him, Brother Piero, was found holding it. The Baron's stab wound was self-inflicted. He was killed by a blow to the head. Yes. How do you know this? I recall telling you to stay off Abbey grounds after the body was discovered. It's evident to someone who gives Baron Rothvergal's body more than a cursory examination. I don't want to bring Florian into it either. Are you suggesting I didn't give the murder of Baron Rothvergal my due attention? You seem to think I don't care who killed the Baron. Whatever, Piero is one who did it. I do, but I have a role to play here. I can't be seen to undermine the authority of the Archdeacon by stepping outside of it. Do you take me for a fool? I will not let you exhume Brother Gerhard's body on a hunch. Bollocks. What does it matter? Nothing more than bones now. I'm sure he won't mind. Failure! He was a brother of this abbey, and he should be left in peace. Just as I would like to be. Now leave. Leave now. Do not pester me about this again. Permission to dig denied. Andreas, may I help you with anything? Found a strange note in your fireplace. We're going there. We've got to go there. I found us on Tassing. The same handwriting seems to have been appeared out of nowhere. What were you doing in my home? Just having a look around, seeing the sights. That is my private space. You can't just wander around like it's a public square. What if someone had been attempting to gruesomely murder you? There's a killer on the loose, Prior Frank. What if you don't point beside trespassers hate signs? You impossible. Any person of manners knows better than to go snooping around others' things. I have nothing to hide. And why burn the note? What was left was difficult to read, but I could make out the red bird, Martins. It was a strange little thing I found on my desk after waking up from Martins. It meant nothing to me, so I put it on the fire. It wasn't there when you went to sleep. Not that I noticed, but again, Andreas, it was small, I could have easily overlooked it. Surely, it's just a loose scrap. But the hand was handsome, you're correct. Unlike anything penned by the brothers in the scriptorum, to be certain. How unsettling. Do you remember what the note said? Who had access to your home? I had access to his home, so he's probably going to point the finger at me. No. Only that I find the contents nonsensical and disturbing. The remaining legible part read, "The Red Bird." You don't know what that could be? A scrap from some bestiary? I couldn't say. My eyes watch the heavens, not the trees. Although, we do not see many red birds at this altitude. A common robin, perhaps, or a swallow. But that doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it was nonsense. One more thing. Who has access to your home? Everyone at this abbey. But that does not matter to you. It was just a scrap of paper. I'm not sure yet. I have a strange feeling about it. I found a similar in the Baron's effects while Brother Florian was performing. Oh, that's going to drop Florian in it, but we kind of have to. But the abbot ordered you to stay away from the abbey, Andreas. Your cavalier attitude towards Father Gonno's commands. Don't you find the coincidence strange? No. We operate a scriptorum, Master Miller, the house. Perhaps the largest library in Bavaria. We are awash with parchment scraps. They multiply like silverfish between the pages of our books. Are you satisfied now? I suppose that will have to do. Thank you. Excellent. Are we done here? I will leave you in peace. Be well, Brother Frank. Be well, Master Miller. He's actually not been that big of a tosspot in that conversation. I think we still have the shovel. Right? If we still have the shovel, I don't really care about the Archdeacon. Herakt Vater Gerhardus de Opandis. His grave has been disturbed recently. Frank must have buried something here. I need to dig up this grave if I want to know what he's up to. I bet Otto would help me. Perhaps Brother Volkbert would lend me a hand. Otto. Let's try and keep this out of the church. Now we need to find Otto. who was building something, was he not? Guy. Good day, Andres. I don't know what Guy's voice is, but he's an irritating creep, so... Hey, Doc. God bless you, Andres. I just came from here, didn't I? Yeah. Right, how do I get out of this place again? Police station's awful. So he was hit in the chapter house. And then he went into the church, right? He was found in the church, I believe. Where's Otto? Bells. That won't tell me anything, will it? Will this tell me where Otto is? Otto... He dislikes the Abbey, so he is the perfect person to do it. Otto Zimmerman. Zimmerman's residence. Was he not working though? And I don't want to leave and lose time. At Nons, I've got to go and see the Archdeacon. I think I'm wasting time here. In fact, I probably am wasting time. That's Klaus. Commons? The Zimmerman residence. Aha, Otto. Afternoon, Andreas. Heard that Baron friend of yours was killed up at the Abbey. It's a terrible tragedy. Oh, well, lost a great man. My mentor, Brother Piero, has been blamed for him. I'm surprised he wasn't killed sooner. It seems like he had many enemies at the Abbey and in town. That will be remembered. Ha! You got that right. Can't think of anyone tasking you like the man. Anyway, you need something. Otherwise I've got things to do. Do you think you'd be able to help me dig up a grave in the Abbey? Why? I believe something might be hidden there. It could be related to the Baron's murder. Something more than a dead monk, you mean? It's a weird place to hide something, but then again, it's not every day people go digging around in graveyard. I hope. Did you talk to the abbot about this mischief? I don't want to get my grubby hands all over his stuff without his permission. Of course, the abbot knows all about it. You're not a very good liar, Andreas, but it's alright, I don't care what the abbot thinks. It'll take a few hours, especially if I'm digging alone. I've got time for that. I'm ready, let's go. Yeah. Fine, I'll grab my tools. Why am I just sitting there? I could help him. So, town carpenter, what's it like? Exhausting, not unlike this here. Satisfying, too. Make things with my hands, to feel the sun on my neck and sap underneath my fingers. If I haven't fallen off a roof yet. And I haven't fallen off a roof yet, so all in all, I can't complain. Being the only carpenter in town, in Tassing, must keep you busy. Busy's one word for it, overworked's another. It was easier, my dad and I could do the work together, but since his stroke, it was what it was. It is what it is. But I like being a carpenter, it's necessary work. Beats me talking to everyone in town and aware of what's troubling them. Many people in Tassing are struggling, Andreas. The peasants, especially. I heard as much from Clara. They used to be able to pay a portion of their taxes in crops, but the abbot put an end to that. Now if they get a bad price from the miller, they don't have enough to pay the abbey. It's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. The abbot might own the land, but he doesn't work it. He just reaps the benefits of others' efforts. It's not just him. The law, imperial law, it's what gives him the power. So maybe the laws have to change. I had no idea it was so bad. My family are all artists. You're from Nuremberg, right? Well, anyway, well away from the peasants' problems. I'd be surprised if you did know. Good thing you came to Tassing. You can get a real education in how the world works. Anyway, I should get back to digging. It's going to take a while. This is all on my own. I should help him. Got a ways to go yet. Why don't you take a look around? I want to know what's in there. Father Matthias. With a wooden headstone too. Things must be worse to the abbey than I thought. Shouldn't abbots be buried with more marble? The rest of the abbots are in the crypt or under the church. I took a look at them while inspecting the foundry with Edris. Curacao was built on the top of an old Roman fort. Not cheap to maintain by any means. Still, I'm surprised the abbey doesn't have enough money to pay for a new tomb. Surely they can do better than a wooden gravestone. Take it up with the abbot if it bothers you so much. Me, I think they should all get wood. It would be cheaper. Sister Maria, the librarian, probably before your time. I was a boy when she passed. My father spoke well of her, though. Said she remembered him of his own grandmother. Said she reminded him of his own grandmother. A sweet woman who loved the Lord. I expect the abbot will have her dug up soon. Ah, for the crypt? No ghoulish tradition, I always thought. The dead should remain buried, yet he's digging up a dead body. But then, they don't have much space here, and many of the monks aren't long for death themselves, so... Anybody else? Mother Brunhild. Abatia? I doubt anyone's in that. Given the age, I guess she's long been moved to the abbey crypt by now. You worried Father Gnome might try and punish us for this? God willing. God willing will be done before he finds out. So you want me to speed up? Sure. What do you care about my back? Christ. Short, angry monk coming this way. Oh hell, we're destined for an earful. That will be remembered. It's all well here. Digging my grave, how are you? For what purpose? Someone's disturbed this grave and I suspect it's connected to the Baron's murder. That is curious if you're telling the truth. Even so, Brother Gerhard's grave is not your concern. You are not a member of this community, Andreas. Oh, we're going there, eh? The abbot gave me his permission. The rest is not your business. As their circuitor, it is my duty to prevent mischief such as this. We're never going to persuade him, although we could threaten to out him. I'm terribly convincing. It's the hat that gives me the air of authority. You are mistaken. Master Zimmerman, clean up this mess. I'm going to speak with the abbot about this immediately. Is that going to cause problems for you? Proving Piero's innocence is what matters. I'm not worried about anything else. That will be remembered. You got convictions after all, huh? Well, sun won't wait. I better get back to digging. Got a ways to go. Take a look around. Yes, we know all about the apple tree. Brother Jacob from Cologne. Did you ever meet him? We spoke a couple of times. He was a funny man. Just about the only one of these monks that had a sense of humour. A funny monk. I'm sad to have missed him. Smiles bad. Pierre especially knows how to laugh. He had a gift for manipulating his features and his voice to imitate other monks. A man like that is wasted at an abbey. Well, I've reached the body, but... What? Something wrong with it? Looks fine enough, decay notwithstanding, but someone stuffed a sack under his ribs. Good God, let me see. Ah, arcane tools. It serve no other purpose. Tools? What do you mean? What would he use them for? Magic. Two are plated with precious metals and engraved. A silver chased rod with a golden plate. The rod has symbols of the zodiac on it. The plate is some script I don't recognise. And a knife. Seems odd enough, but together with the other two buried here. Why would someone bury them here, together? Because they're forbidden. Wait. There's blood on some of the symbols on this rod. Dried, to be certain, but not that old. Rank tried cleaning this, but wasn't able to remove all the blood. Could this be what was used to kill Lorenz? Who buried this here, anyway? I can't say, but it may be connected to the Baron's murder, which is true. What? None of this makes any sense. What's going on here, Andreas? There's a lot I need to figure out, Otto. Thank you for your help. 2 hours remain until the fateful meeting with the Archdeacon. I should find someone to eat with. We're going to get into a lot of trouble, aren't we, for doing this.